Hollywood actor Nicolas Cage had to put up with charges of nepotism when his uncle, Francis Ford Coppola, gave him his first starring role in Rumblefish. Highly praised performances, though, in films like Raising Arizona, Moonstruck and now Wild at Heart have since established Nicolas Cage as one of Hollywood's brightest stars. He dropped into the Word earlier for a little chat.
This wood is fake. I don't care! I ain't no freaking monument to justice! I lost my hand! I lost my bride! Johnny has his hand! Johnny has his bride! You want me to take my heartbreak, put it away and forget?
Lula. Peanuts!
Hey, baby!
Oh, wow.
Baby, I got a surprise for you.
What? Hey, my snakeskin jacket! Thanks, baby! Did I ever tell you that this here jacket represents a symbol of my individuality and my belief in personal freedom?
About 50,000 times. I got us a room at the Cape Pier. And guess what? Power Man's playing at the Hurricane.
Stabbing and steer.
Are you getting typecast in a lot of unhinged roles?
Well, you know, I just happen to be unhinged myself, so it just sort of falls into place naturally. I can't help it, but I dig your studio here, the Word. It's kind of cool. The coloration is wild.
Some of the sex scenes in Wild at Heart were quite raunchy, weren't they?
The sex scenes are kind of wild, but I think that actually the sex is it's very sweet. It's very pure. It's not an exploitive kind of sexuality. I think it's a celebration of sexuality. It's kind of like saying that if you're really in love, it's cool to have radical sex.
Do you actually learn anything that you can use in real life from your choreography of those kind of scenes?
Well, we talked about various favorite positions, and David said what his favorite position was, and I said what mine was, and Laura said what hers was, so we all got our favorite positions in there, and yeah, sometimes you borrow from it. Life imitates art, and art imitates life.
I saw some that, you know, in life might be more enjoyable, not as visually good on the screen.
Well, you tend to ham it up a little on the screen. You try to make it look like you're really good at it. Anyway. But it's enjoyable in life, yeah, come on. Sex is where it's at.
I mean, you were quite a smouldering type of character in Moonstruck, weren't you? Did that actually, you know, increase your
sexual appetite or
turnover? I was going to say.
My turnover. Possibly so. You know, girls like guys with wooden hands, and in Moonstruck I had a wooden hand, and that just, you know, really turned them on. They dig it for some reason. You should try it. Get yourself a wooden hand. Go out there, like Piccadilly Square or whatever. Check it out. You will not fail. It's the best line. One line, you'll get it.
You actually spent some time in a correction centre, didn't you?
Correctional facility?
Is that what
No, man. I'm a good guy. I didn't hurt anybody. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you why I went to this school, if you want to know that. It was lunchtime. Right, and all the students were supposed to bring lunch for all the other kids, you know, and prepare something. So I said, I'll bring egg salad sandwiches. And well, I went home and I went to this store and I bought 5 cans of fried grasshoppers. Right, check it out. And I put the fried grasshoppers in the egg salad sandwiches, you know, and I mixed it up and I made these sandwiches. Then I went to school, and I said, let's have a picnic, you know, and everyone brought their, you know, whatever, Coke, Diet Up, 7-Up, and they started eating these fried grasshopper sandwiches, and then they noticed that there was an antenna in there, and they said, oh, there's a leg in there. They blew the whistle on me, man. I was air freighted out of that school so fast. You wouldn't, you know, it was just crazy.
Have you ever held any little parties at your pad in Hollywood and, like, invited a few people out for sandwiches?
You mean, have I had any bug bashes? Yeah, I have bug bashes all the time. Man, you want to go to one? Come on, you're invited. Everybody is.
You actually ate an insect yourself, didn't you, in one of your films?
I ate a bug, yeah.
What was that like?
It was awful. You see, I like bugs to look at, but I don't like cockroaches to look at, and I don't like eating them. And, well, they wanted me to eat raw eggs. And I said, well, that's boring. That's been done before, right? So I want to eat a giant cockroach. So they had these cockroach wranglers in New York City wrangle up these bugs that were about that big. And I walked on the set, and I saw the antennas going, the legs kicking, and I almost couldn't do it because every muscle in my body was telling me not to do it. So, but I went ahead and did it, and I couldn't sleep for 3 days, and I couldn't eat for 2 days, and it was a nightmare.
Why not?
It just was, you just don't eat cockroaches. You're just not supposed to do that, right? And I ate it, and it really screwed me up.
Mm. I mean, did Cher mind doing love scenes with you where you had to kiss her?
Well,
knowing that you'd eaten a cockroach?
She didn't know about it yet because I made that movie after I made Moonstruck, but I'll tell you what, I wish I had done it the other way before, Moonstruck, so that I could kiss her knowing that I ate a cockroach and knowing that she would have to deal with it. It's just kind of a funny thought.
Is that something that you have to tell women when you're going out with them? You say, oh, look, I've got a confession to make. I've actually eaten a cockroach.
No, sometimes they already know about it, and it's the weirdest thing. It's like the wooden hand. For some reason, if they know you ate a cockroach, it just turns them on. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. But if you today go eat a cockroach and you go somewhere, go out to a nightclub and say, hey, baby, I just ate a cockroach, I guarantee you heard it from me, you're going to, wow, it's just going to happen like that.
Thanks for coming in. What are you going to be doing this weekend in London then?
Go off to Loch Ness and check out if I can find that monster. Because I'm going to hang out in Scotland until I find it. Now, I hear it's been quiet for 8 years, but I'll be there for 10 if it takes 10 to see it. So that's where I'll be if you want to get a hold of me. Loch Ness.